Hello everyone, welcome back to Pepcoding. So the question which we will discuss today is called regions cuts by slashes. We will first understand the question and then we will head over to its solution. So basically what is happening is we have been given a grid, alright. So the grid which we have been given has forward slash, backward slash and a blank. So what you have to do is you have to place these slashes in the grid. Okay, so in this array you have to place it, so forward slash, then we have a backward slash, then we have a forward slash according to this grid, then we have a forward slash, then we have a backward slash, and then we have blank, so nothing, then a forward slash, then a backward slash. So what you have to do is you have to count the number of regions which we will get after we will place all of these slashes over here. So let us count. See, 1, 2, this entire thing 3, 4, and over here 5. So we need to get 5 regions out of this. Okay, so this will be our question. Now we need to understand what the solution will be. So the question is very tricky. Okay, the question is very tricky, and even if I tell you what to do in this, it will be very tricky to understand how to implement it without watching the video. So the question is of graphs, like not exactly graphs, it is a question of DSU. So we will use DSU over here. So see what we will do. Instead of taking it as an array of boxes, I am going to use it as an array of dots. Alright. So I'll say this is dot, 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 dot. All of these dots I'm using over here. Okay, so visualize it as an array of dots. So if I do the indexing of this array, you will realize that the array of size 3 by 3 which I had is now an array of dots of size 4 by 4. So we will use DSU on this array of size 4 by 4. Okay, so you need to have the concepts of DSU ready with you. If not, please go and watch the video, understand what the question does, understand what DSU does, and then move on to this question. Alright, so what we will do, we will use these slashes to connect the dots now. Instead of thinking of it as placing them in a box, in this cell, we are using that, we are thinking that we are connecting the dots using these lines. Alright, so over here I'll connect these two lines using the slash, then I'll connect these two lines using the slash, and so on. And with the help of these dots, I will be able to understand how many regions I have gotten. Okay. Also, these points show transaction. Alright, so basically if I connect these dots, then these two dots will also be connected with one another. Okay, now how will I get to know the number of regions? That is a question. So we will use cycle over here. Okay, so how will cycle be used? We will use Kruskal's. So what does Kruskal's say about a cycle? If I have these three dots and these two lines are connecting these dots and they are lying in the same set. If I connect these two dots and they lie in the same set as these three, then that means that we have a cycle over here. Okay, so how will I know the number of regions now? If I have a box over here, first thing we need to know is that a box in itself is a region. Okay, so when we count the number of regions, we will start from 1 because the box in itself is counted as a region. Now if I work in this box itself, the number of cycles, if I add 1 cycle, I will have 1 more region. 2 cycles, 2 more regions. So basically in this box, I already have 1 region. I add a cycle, another region. Add a cycle, another region. Over here, if I take, let's say, this, then this is a cycle, another region. This is a cycle, another region. So basically see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 regions. We have 5, we've counted. So this is how cycles help us in finding out the number of regions. Alright. Okay then. Now we will work with the main question over here. Okay. So now what we are doing is we will use DSU on this box now. We will use DSU on this box which we've created of dots. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. On this we will use DSU. So we will linearize this DSU. Alright, and we will linearize this using DSU. First thing we will do is we will connect all the boundaries. So first let us linearize this, and I'll get the array parent and rank of size 16. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. 0 to 15. Okay. Now we need to connect the boundaries. So from we will connect it to 0. So 1 will be connected to 3. So 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3 will be connected. Then 4, 8 and 12. So 4, 8 and 12. 4, 8 and 12. Then 13, 14 and 15. So 13, 14 and 15. So we've connected these boundaries. Okay, now we will work on it. So basically I have this slash over here, right? Now I will place this slash in the array to connect the dots. So which over here, when I am using I comma j for a normal forward slash, see, I am connecting the positions over here. I have 0 comma 0, and the positions which are being connected over here are 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. So you can figure out that the formula which I'll derive will be I comma j plus 1 and I plus 1 comma j. Okay. Then secondly, if I am using a backslash over here, suppose, so I had originally 0 comma 1, and now I am getting 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 2. So this will give me I comma j and I plus 1 comma j plus 1. Okay, so now we will use this and we will count the regions. Okay, so I'll just remove this from here and we will do a dry run for these. Okay, so count, we start from 1. Okay, now first thing we do is place this slash. So we place this over here. We see that we are getting a connectivity between 1 and 4. Check whether 1 and 4 are already connected. 1 and 4 are already connected, right? So 1 and 4, where are they placed? We have 1 and 4 at 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. So we have a formula which says I into number of rows which we have. So number of columns which we have. So over here we have number of columns as 4 plus j. So j will be 1 for here, 0. So this will be 1, and this will be 1 into 4 plus 0. So it will be 4. So we have 1 comma 4. Yes. So 1 comma 4 we will check whether it is connected or not. So 1 comma 4 is connected over here. So we will increment count by 1. Okay. Then I will go for the next slash. Over here we have a backslash. Now we are connecting 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 2. So over here I'll get 0 into 4 plus 1, 1. 1 into 4 plus 2, 6. So 1 comma 6, 1 comma 6 are not connected. So we will not increase the count. Then I have another slash. So we have 0 comma 3 and 1 comma 2. So 0 comma 3 becomes 0 into 4 plus 3, that is 3, and over here 6. So are 3 and 6 connected? No. But 1 and 3 are connected, right? So 1 and 3 are connected, we get a cycle, so region will increase by 1. Okay. After that, we place this slash over here. So we get 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 0. So 1 comma 1 gives me 1 into 4 plus 1, that is 5, and 2 into this will give me 2 into 4 plus 0, right? So 5 comma 8. So 5 comma 8 are not connected, so we will not increase the count over here. Then these two we have connected using this slash. So we get 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 2. So this becomes 5 and this becomes 2 into 4, 8 plus 2, 10. So 5 and 10. 5 and 10 are not connected, so it will not increase. After that, we have a blank, so we will not do anything here. We have a slash, connect these. We are connecting 2 comma 0 and 3 comma 1, so this becomes 2 into 4, that is 8, 3 into 4, that is 12 plus 1, 13. 8 and 13 we are checking, yes, they are connected, so we will increase the regions by 1. Lastly, we are checking 2 into 2 over here, 2 into 2, and this one is 3 into 1. So we are checking 13 comma 10. Okay, so after we see this, we can see that this has now formed a cycle, right? So we will increase the count by 1. We get 5 and we calculated that the regions which we want should be 5 only. So we've done this correctly. So now I hope the concept is clear. Now we will work with the code. Okay, so over here I have already copied the basic syntax of DSU. We will work with the main code. Okay, so the first thing which we'll do is we'll get the length of the grid, and the number of dots will be 1 more than the length of the grid. Okay, so if the length of the grid was 3, we were getting 4 dots in each row and column. Then par will be equal to new int of dots into dots, right? And then rank will be equal to new int of dots into dots. After that, we will initialize count as 1, because as I discussed with you, an empty box in itself is a region, so we will add 1 to it. Okay, we will start from 1 only. Then after that, we will initialize parent and rank arrays. So it will be for int I equals 0, I is less than par dot length I plus plus. So par of I will be equal to I, and over here I've done something wrong. We have this over here, and here I will write for par of I equals to I, and rank of I will be equals to 1. Okay, then after that we will start the loop for connecting the boundaries. So for int I equals 0, I is less than dots I plus plus. For int j is equal to 0, j is less than dots j plus plus. So what we are doing now is we are connecting the boundaries. The thing is that for understanding, we visualize it as a 2D array. Okay, we don't need a 2D array, because in the end we are going to linearize it into the form of 0 to length minus 1, right? So only to be able to understand the question and visualize it, we are taking it as a 2D array, but when we are using DSU, we are going to linearize it only. Then after that, what should be the condition for connecting the boundaries for using union over here? So the condition will be that it should be the 0th row or last row, 0th column or last column. So if I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, over here this will become j equals 0, or I is equal to dots minus 1, or j is equal to dots minus 1, where double equals to, okay, and if j is equal to dots minus 1, then in that case we will need to find out the cell number also. We discussed the formula for cell number, right? I into number of columns. In this case, the number of columns is dots plus j. So int cell number will become equal to I into dots plus j. And then we will call union. So union for 0 comma cell number. But now the thing is that the cell number can also come out to be 0 itself, right? And combining 0 comma 0 does not make any sense. It will only give you an error. So we will put a condition that if cell number is not equal to 0, then only we will do is union of cell. Okay, what I did here is that I can get cell number as 0 also. we are doing union of 0 comma cell number. If I pass 0 comma 0 to the function, it does not make sense to combine 0 comma 0, right? If I have this over here, 1 2 3, let's suppose 0 1 2 3, and this dot will be 4, then 1 2 3 and 4. So I am passing union of 0 comma cell number is 0. Okay, so can you combine these two? Why would you connect these two? It's already the same point. So that is why we put this condition over here. Okay, after that, what we will do, for int I is equal to 0. Now what we are doing is we are going to check in the grid of slashes, the forward and the backward slash, that how they are working. Okay, and for that we will use the conditions and we will work with it. So I'll explain it to you side by side. So I plus plus, we are working in the grid. Now we are going to create a character array. Why a character array? So that I can get each box. Okay, so that I can take the grid array and from that I can get each box. So I will create a character array named ch, and I am going to convert grid of I to character array. Okay, after this what I'll do is I need to check. So for int j is equal to 0, j is less than ch dot length, j plus plus. Okay, so if ch of j is equal to a normal slash, then we will do something, and else if ch of j is equal to this. Why did I use double backslash? Because the question says that a backslash can get scraped, so is because of that we use double backslash. Okay, so this will be the condition. Now see, we need to figure out the cell number. When we were working with the cell numbers, we saw that for a forward slash, when we were working with a forward slash, the value for I and j was changing to be, the coordinates were coming out to be I comma j plus 1 and I plus 1 comma j, right? So over here, cell number 1 will be I into dots plus j plus 1, and int cell number 2 will be I into dots I plus 1 over here. So I plus 1 into dots plus j, right? And we will call for union of cell number 1 and cell number 2. Okay, after that we are working with the backslash. So when we were working with a backward slash, I comma j we were getting, so what the formula was, I comma j and I plus 1 comma, over here it will be, here we had I comma, let's just remove this, I plus 1 comma j, here we had I plus 1 comma j plus 1. Okay, so we are going to write over here int cell number 1 will be equal to I plus 1 or I into dots plus j, and second cell will be I plus 1 into dots plus j plus 1. Okay, and we will call the union for cell number 1 and cell number 2. Okay, so this is done. Then after that what we are going to do, we are going to return count. So we will return count. So this will be our code. So I hope you understood the question as well as the solution which we discussed about. The thing is that we are still working on the test cases of this question. So I will not be able to run this code over here, but have faith, the code is correct. Okay. So keep on practicing. Make sure that you understood the question well enough and all its prerequisites. And keep practicing. We will see each other next time. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.